Hey, what up, everybody? Yeah, another live stream. Keeping the streak alive. I'm glad I've kept up to my commitment of actually streaming several times a week. This is like 3 weeks in a row now where I have actually streamed when I said I was going to stream. Sometimes it's sometimes it's hard because like sometimes it's nighttime and you're like, I don't feel like streaming, but you still do it. But I felt like streaming today. But I'm glad I've been able to keep up with it. It's definitely been fun. Today I have 2 builds I actually planned. So we'll do at least 2, maybe 3 runs tonight. I did start a little bit earlier than normal. Usually I start around like 6 o'clock. But today, the wife took the kids out jumping again after school, and so I have the night off. So I got to start a little bit early. So we'll go until about like 8 o'clock. Give me like 3 hours. But the 2 builds that I have planned today are a straight up full acid build. I know that one's super popular, and that's one of the more in demand videos whenever I put one out on the channel. So we'll do that one, and then we're gonna do a triple shotgun build, which is a build I really enjoy too, which we'll do with the sharpshooter, where we get the M1000, the plasma carbine, and then we get the boomstick. So we'll do 3 shotguns, and then if we do a third run, then I guess chat can pick. Maybe chat will pick like whatever they consider to be a god tier build. So we'll start off with an all acid build. Oh, sorry, we're gonna actually run the foreman for this one. So the foreman starts off with a Sabata, which you can get to acid. So I'm hoping that we can get that overclock. And then we'll do the other 3 acid weapons, the sludge pump, the neurotoxin, and then the drone. And we have this item here which will give me 4 extra drones. So that's the plan for today. But how's everybody else doing? Everybody have a good weekend? I had a pretty good weekend. We hit our previous donation goal, which thank you very much to everybody who donated. So I did we'll plan to do like an actual horror stream where I'll do, like a slightly longer stream around like Halloween, and we'll play some horror games. And then went out and bought some Pokemon cards. Shocker. So me and my son went out to a card show and we picked up a few things. Okay, let's do the fire map. We'll do driller. And then, yeah, we're running foreman. And then I showed you the gear that we're using, mostly like status effects. Oh, wait. Hold on. We need to go back real quick, and I need to upgrade this one piece. I see that I actually just subbed out a piece right here, so that's upgrade.
My gear could use some improvement.
Okay, there we go. So everything else is fully upgraded now. Okay, so let's do masteries, biomasteries. We'll do the fire map. We'll do the... Oh gosh. Vanna, I know it's super hard. It is super hard to find Pokemon cards at retail. I have basically every sort of notification on my phone when stuff goes live. Like all the Poke Notifies on Twitter. So whenever something goes live, I try to jump on as quick as I can and buy stuff. But I've also got to the point to where I kind of just buy singles a lot. I buy what I can to open, but most of my disposable income now just usually goes towards me going to the card shop and picking up whatever I like. So that's usually what I do now. I open less and buy more singles. But nothing beats like opening packs though, There's always that excitement of pulling a good card yourself. But yeah, Pokemon is just absolutely nuts right now. But it's fun. I'm getting my kids into it. Both my kids now have their own binders full of cards. My son likes to collect Jujutsu Kaisen cards, which they actually started making cards for. So he got a couple boxes of like Jujutsu Kaisen, and we ripped those open. And then my daughter mainly just likes to collect the cute Pokemon cards. So we always go through my cards when I'm done opening them, and she kind of picks out a few that she thinks are cute and she puts them in her binder. So that's always fun. We could go gold tip bullets right off the get. But do you collect too, Vanna? Are you an avid Pokemon collector, or just noticing the trends of how hard it is to get? We could go, what do we want to do first? Let's go let's go with the drones, because I have the 4 drones.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again.
Oh, there's stuff over here too. What up, Duck? We could probably go pick up Radius here. This is back-to-back days of streaming too. If I could stream more than 2 days a week, or 2 or 3 days a week, I think I would. I need to find a good balance though between creating content and streaming. If streaming ever becomes better than creating content, then I'd probably maybe lower myself down to 1 video a day and then maybe do more streaming, but that's a big if. Sunday morning went good. It was a fun stream. I like doing the weekend, the early morning streams though, just because it gets like a different crowd in here that doesn't necessarily make it during, that can't necessarily make it during my late night streams, where it's like 4 a.m. for most people in Europe or somewhere around then. I don't collect, but my friends and I like to build decks and play. But like you said, all I ever find is single packs from the vending machines. Oh, so you actually play. I don't play. I haven't played Pokemon or like Magic the Gathering since I was a kid. But I definitely collect. Like, I like collecting the cards. I have like a binder full of all my cards, and I like filling it up, you know? But I don't play anymore. Loving the streams, brother. Thank you, Zach. Just passing by because it's 2 a.m. Exactly. That's why we did the weekend. That's why we do some of the weekend streams. Just passing by because it's 2 a.m. here. Thanks for letting me know this game, and I just bought it. Yeah. This game's incredible. Definitely, in my opinion, the best Survivor game on the market. I think this game has it all. It has fun builds. It has cool weapons. It has very high production values. And yeah, it's just, this game's the GOAT in my opinion. I don't think there's a better Survivor game than this one. And no, we're not playing Mega Bonk tonight. Last time, oh god. I don't know. Again, like, I'm not gonna get like, oh, we're not doing any of these. I'm not gonna do the sidearm, and I'm not gonna do this. What we want for this one is we want to get this one with acid. But I'm gonna salvage this. If we don't get acid on this, it's fine. But I won't get too much into the analytics here. But man, when we switched over to Mega Bonk, you could tell people were like, screw Mega Bonk. Which is crazy. Do you think it's better than Soulstone? Yeah, I think it's way better than Soulstone Survivors. I think Soulstone Survivors is pretty good. Like, I think obviously that game has a ton of content, but to a point, I think it's almost too much. There is a point where a game gets like too overwhelming with how much stuff there is in it and how many different spells there are and different weapons. I don't know, like, I'm cool with variety and all that, but at some point it just seems like you're just adding more stuff to add stuff. And it does feel a little it feels overwhelming. And yeah, that game gets a little too chaotic for my personal preference. So yeah, I like this one. I like this one much better than Soulstone Survivors. All right, we'll do the extra drone. Let's do the acid. We're gonna go heavily into that plus acid. There's nothing wrong. It's just Soulstone Survivors isn't really my jam. We are early, Tony. I planned for 5:30 originally because Walmart did a drop tonight for, you guessed it, Pokemon cards. And so I wanted to make sure I gave myself enough time to try to get those and then jump in on stream. So I got what I got and then was able to get on stream a little bit earlier tonight. Yeah, I think Soulstone Survivors is a really good game. If I'm looking at it like, you know, objectively, it's probably like a top 5. Would it make my top 5? I don't think so.
This is gonna help me be a perfect dwarf.
It would be tough for me to make a top 5. Risk of Rain 2, man, I liked Risk of Rain, but I didn't play it enough, and I definitely came into the game too late. So I can't really give like a full opinion on that game, but from what I did play, I did like it. I thought it was a pretty good game, and I understand the popularity of why that game is how popular as it is. But I definitely jumped into it way too late, and I haven't played it enough. See, that's like my problem too. I'm gonna malt man. I mean, like, I have a group of friends that play games, but they don't really play these type of games. And so I always have to rely on the community to do co-op games like this. And it's hard. Like, it's not easy to get everybody to jump in and like play a game co-op with me sometimes when I'm kind of like, when I need people like at the, like, you know, at like a random call, like, hey guys, I'm gonna be streaming this in about 45 minutes. Can you guys make it? You know, it's not easy to get community games like that sometimes. But yeah, my friends, they'll mostly play, like, we'll mostly play games like Battlefield or Marvel Rivals, or like we play Destiny and Apex a lot, but they're not gonna play Risk of Rain with me, you know. So I need more like IRL friends that play those type of games. But yeah, just trying to get community games for some of these games is super tough. Especially when the majority of my community comes in for certain games. You know, like, it's easy to get community games for Spell Brigade because I had a ton of people join my Discord because of Spell Brigade. Like, they're only there for Spell Brigade, just like some people are only here for like Deep Rock content. There's a lot of people here that are here just for Spell Brigade. So when I need to do community games for that, you know, it's pretty easy. Like, it's relatively easy to get games for that. But if I did like Risk of Rain, it's tough. That's tough. And then yeah, being in a different time zone too. So yeah, getting times right is like, that's tough enough with like my friends because we all have kids and everything and other commitments, and so just playing other games is hard. But then when I'm in different time zones too than a lot of the people in the Discord, that makes it even tougher. And then on top of that, Risk of Rain didn't really do too well. So I never really got a chance to build like a community for that game, which is fine. I'm not really too worried about it. I have enough games that I need to worry about. Okay, we're gonna go straight acid here. Let's go fire rate. I do want a booster box of Mega Evolutions. Oh man, that's the dream. I do have a box pre-ordered for Phantasmal Flames. I have a booster box pre-ordered for that. Let's go straight up potency. And funnily enough, too, today Pokemon Center dropped booster boxes for Destined Rivals. So if you're a Pokemon fan, a booster box for Destined Rivals is pretty big. I'm not gonna open that though. That's gonna stay sealed. That's staying in my like sealed collection. Because that's a big item to get.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Alright, man, we're getting a lot of good upgrades for just straight up acid here. Okay, we can do one more reroll. More acid, let's go. So many acid upgrades. But yeah, like you said, it's definitely more of a niche game. A very popular niche game though, but yeah, it's not like a mainstream. So if I ask my friends, hey, let's play Risk of Rain, they're gonna be like, I don't know. My favorite build in this game? My favorite build is probably a double shotgun build I actually did not too long ago, where we get the Warthog, and you get that plasma, and then you get the plasma carbine, and you get that to sawn off. I think that's my favorite build. Because those are two of my favorite weapons in the game, and then you combine them, and they just absolutely wreck shit. It's such a good combo. That's probably my favorite build to do in this game. And it's definitely one of the best, if not, I don't know. I don't want to say the best, but it's definitely one of the best builds in this game. It'll just absolutely melt everything in front of you. Eventually, Zach. Eventually it will. Because, I mean, they did want to do an endless mode. An endless mode was planned for this game. They announced endless mode. They said it was going to come. And then they kind of put it on hold indefinitely. So, I think it'll come someday. I just don't know when. But they do have plans. And they did announce an endless mode. So I hope they haven't talked about it in a long time, though. Okay, we'll definitely do this chemist kit. But I think they had issues with the engine that they were upgrading to or something, and cost problems with the game. I don't know the exact details of it, but it's definitely, hopefully still coming. Do I have? Yes, I do have a nitrous scanner. I guess I could use, let's go with the best upgrade. I guess I could do, I already lost my train of thought. was gonna say I could do something, and then I looked at the comments, and then I lost what I was gonna say. I'll remember it eventually. Let's see. What is your favorite build? Wonder if this game will ever get. This game will get into this. Still haven't pulled the trigger on DR, but I love Galactic. Yeah, I mean, if you're not like, you got to be a fan of the genre to want this game. But I mean, if you're looking at Survivor games, I think this is the best one. I watched that video and it looked fun. Do you think this game could be fun with co-op? I think it could. But with this game, I think I would only like it to be like 2-player co-op if they did. I don't think I would want to see 4-player co-op. 4-player co-op might be a little too much. I played the console version of this game from time to time. Random players would drop in. Like, yeah, co-op for this game, I don't know. Just, yeah, maybe 2-player co-op. Aw, dang it, we didn't get acid. We literally got the exact same upgrades. Maybe I should have picked this one so it didn't show up. Do you think turrets are OP? I wouldn't say OP. Oh, jeez, a paint job. Okay, so let's do that. I think the LMG turret is insanely good. It's definitely one of the stronger weapons, and I do think the fire turret can be good if you get, you know, if you can get like 3 or 4 extra beams on it. I think it's insanely good, but I think you need a lot of good RNG to make that weapon super strong. But whenever I play games, the LMG turret is usually one of the top damage dealers, but mainly because it's shooting all the time and it's hitting enemies all the time. It's not necessarily like the most insane damage, but it's just consistent. Oh man, I need to get that drop too. Okay, we need to get this gold. Luckily I have extra time on my timer now. We'll just get this gold and then we'll go get that. The other turrets I don't necessarily think are OP though. We'll do pickup radius. Let's do damage. Just pick up a little bit more. I know you hate paint jobs, but since I'm on hazard 3 right now, I feel like I have to. I think they're fine if you're trying to rush, if you really want to rush overclocks, but sometimes it just feels like you're wasting a level up, you know, because you're technically making your thing 3 levels higher, but you're not getting any extra power for that weapon. But yeah, it's not always a bad, like, I don't think it's always a bad thing. I usually don't take them too much though. Man, we are getting a ton of this acid upgrades. I love it. Okay, so we'll just mark, well, let's mark the damage here too. Then we could probably mark the lasting. Bro, should I get this game? You're asking the wrong person. Yes, you should get this game. I'm gonna say that 100% of the time. Yes, you should pick up this game up. It's this game I think is only $10 too, right? Is this game only $10? Maybe 14? I can't remember. But yes, if you like Survivor games, this is the best one, in my opinion. Someone I think made a comment. Hold on, I want to see. Like, someone was talking about like adding extra items or something in this game. So I wanted to talk about that, and I thought someone mentioned it. Watch the video. Think this could be fun with co-op. Did someone talk about different items? What's up, Brian? Thank you for becoming a member. Oh, Brian Timothy, thank you so much. Did someone mention items? Because I wanted to talk about items. If not, then I'll talk about items anyway. This game definitely, the biggest thing that I want to see for this game kind of going forward is I think we need to see like a artifact rework. That's the biggest thing.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree.
For as many times as I've played this game, you kind of know what the best items are, and I kind of get tired of always picking the same items. And I'm sure you kind of see it too in the videos. You kind of see me always taking the same stuff, and that's because they're the only things worth picking. There's too many artifacts in this game that are just not worth getting at all. The thing I like about this game is the impact of the bullets. Yeah, like, there's everything about this game feels good. The production values feel good. Mining through the rocks and the stone feels good. It's weird. It's like, and then when you have a really good mining build, that feels amazing. And then, yeah, the impact of the hits, the explosions, the graphics, the voice dialogues. I mean, everything about this game just is just crazy. Oh, Zach was saying it. I was saying before, the game needs more items and differing builds. But yes, I agree. Like, they need... What I want to see is more items that can combo together and items that can scale on different stats. Those are the kind of things I want to see, because you have some combo items in this game, like gold tip bullets and then gold scanners. So the more gold you get, the more bullet you'll do with, or the more damage you'll do with gold tip bullets. And then the same with nitra. The more nitra you get, that pairs with the nitra powder, and that pairs with the pickle nitra. I want to see more items that pair with things you pick. So for example, you get 5% extra damage for every 100 max HP you have. That's one of the artifacts. So you pick that. And now all of a sudden, that makes the red sugar item a lot better. So every time you get red sugar, you get max HP. So now you combo those two items together. And now you're looking at picking different things. Okay, now when I level up and I see plus 50 HP, I'm gonna be, ooh, I'll take that. Because I know if I get to 100 more HP, I'll get more damage. Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see more artifacts that play well together. And there's just not enough of them. Or like even artifacts, like every time you reload, like anytime a weapon reloads, you get, I don't know, you drop a mine on the ground. And then all of a sudden that makes the reload items a lot better. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. There's so much room for more variety in this game instead of just picking the damage items and then picking the scanners. Okay, we're gonna go with the acid stuff again. Isn't there gear that gives potency per meta? There is. Yeah, there's gear for that kind of stuff. The gear helps a little bit, but the gear doesn't quite get us there, I think. Oh man, I missed something. Man, I ran hecka far away. That was that was dangerous. That's what happens when I'm reading comments and playing. But yeah, some of the gear alleviates some of that stuff, but I think they need the artifacts to sort of make it a little bit more powerful and differing. The artifacts or not the artifacts, the gear is a decent start. But the artifacts are where a lot of the work needs to be done. It does have so much to work with, hopefully, because the original game has so many enemy types and mission types. Yeah, I hear that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's not in this game yet that's in the original one. And honestly, they haven't really added a lot of new content to this game recently. 1.0 release put in gear, and I guess in a way that's new content, but that's not really new things to play with, you know, like new guns, new classes and stuff. And then they did add the escort mission, but as you know, I hate the escort mission. but there's so much room for them to add more stuff. I never really played the original Deep Rock Galactic, so I don't know all the stuff. But a lot of people comment on all the things that they could be adding to this game that aren't in it yet. Okay, we could do the fire rate. Oh man, why would... Okay, this is the bummer that... This one is cool though, because this one got buffed. Shoot an additional time in the opposite direction, and it adds potency now. But I didn't get acid on this weapon, so we'll just do this one. Do you think the Escort is a bit too fast-paced? Kinda. The thing I don't like about the Escort mission is it kind of already feels like you're just supposed to use one particular build to try to clear it. Because the enemies are so close to you all the time, and you're in such a tight area that certain builds feel like they're not going to work very well. And I don't know, that playstyle doesn't really appeal to me too much. We're not gonna do weapon box. I don't mind taking the mocap. But there's just something about it. It's almost like every game I play, I always enjoy the base mode. You know, when I played like Call of Duty, there would always be all these other game modes in the game, you know, domination, hold these points, capture the flag. Nope, just put me in team deathmatch. That's all I care about. I just want to play team deathmatch. So like in this game, all I want to do is I just want to do regular 10 stage dives. That's what I like doing. That's what I like playing. That's how, because I feel like I like doing the builds and stuff. So when you sort of take away my ability to do builds, that's where I don't like stuff in this game. I could see the Escort mission being better in the actual game, because one, it does feel like it's meant for co-op. It feels weird doing the Escort mission solo. So I think if it were, again, it probably feels a lot better in Deep Rock because you're maybe playing with other people. You know, you have someone killing the bugs, you have someone escorting whatever the payload, and then you have other people gathering the resources that you need to gather. So that's why maybe it doesn't feel as good in this game, because your driller is just stopped. You have to go run around and mine the gas yourself. Then you have to kill all the enemies yourself. Feels like it'd be much better if it was a team mode game. Wow, look how quickly these ticks are hitting now. Wow, those stacks were adding up and doing insane. That was crazy. Those ticks were hitting hard. Man, I wish we would have got acid on this Sabata. Let's see. Anyone on console getting I've heard a lot of bad things about console version Gaza. I played a lot of the original game and I like how the Thunderhead is Thunderhead was my original GOAT weapon. I still think it's an S tier weapon. I don't think it's the best weapon in the game right now, but at one point when I first started playing, that was the weapon I used to carry me through the hardest content in the game. But still very, very powerful. Let's do a reroll and see if anything. Oh, see? How many of these have we gotten? We have gotten so many of these acid upgrades. I mean, Arfan, I'm torn. Like I said, I think if they added co-op, I think I would only want it to be 2 players.
We have quotas.
I don't think I would want to play this game with 4 players. I think 2 would be maybe the max that I would like to see. So yeah, if they ever added co-op, I would like to just see 2, but that's also a personal preference. My dream, though, is what I want to see, though, is which you actually don't see. I don't even know if I've seen anything like this yet, but I want to see a game that is literally designed from the ground up to be a co-op survivor game where you literally have to, the game forces you, you have to work together in order to progress through some mission types. And then you could add game modes too, like the escort missions and stuff. But I want to see a co-op game, a survivor co-op game built from the ground up where you have to work together somehow. You know, they make those co-op games like, man, I can't even remember the games. Like Split, what's that game called? Split, what's that game called? What's that co-op game called, guys? The one that's like a Game of the Year nominee. Split, I thought it was called Split something. It's the same guy who makes all the games. Split Fiction. Like, that game is designed for co-op. You need 2 people to play it. So that's kind of like, I want to see a game like this one. Can you check Windblown? I think I played Windblown before. Maybe because we play Dota 2 a lot and just want some peace talking. Let's see. 2 max or make the map bigger. Yeah, I kind of agree. Split Fiction, yes. There was another game too that kind of came out before it, the one where you played as the married couple. But that's like, I kind of want to see that kind of stuff. We could just take the magnet, I guess. But I understand it's probably tough to make a pure co-op game. Especially a game where you're forced to play with other people. I get why that's not popular, but I'm also surprised that I haven't seen it yet. Because there's a lot of indie devs out here who like to take risks on games. Because I feel like the game that should do it is Spell Brigade. Spell Brigade needs to be the game that breaks that co-op online barrier. Spell Brigade has a great base for that kind of stuff. If people want to see something more unique, you could do a run only choosing. Yeah, like that's that's the stuff you can do, where you kind of force it upon yourself to make things more unique. I've done stuff like that too. I haven't done any of those challenges in a while, but I've done a few of the like left only. Let's go with the potency and damage again. I don't need more HP, so let's go potency here. Man, our sludge pump. What is with our sludge pump? I just realized how low level our sludge pump is. I'm gonna take the status effect damage there. My sludge pump, man. The sludge pump is like the best one of the best weapons in the game, and it's so underleveled right now. I love the Sabata. Explosive and scanner build, that's an insane build. That's definitely one of the this is definitely one of the best builds. Aw. So man, we're getting such good status effect stuff here. Okay, I'm gonna mark that, I'm gonna mark that, and then let's do one more reroll. Ooh, oh my goodness. We'll mark all these. So we'll get damage potency, pickup radius, status effect damage, and then more damage. Oh, we can buy that movement speed, sure.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miter.
And the masteries, I'll just say I'm glad I don't have to ever do those again. I think the masteries were fun for a little bit, but there's definitely too many of them. It was one of those things where it did feel like a chore to complete them. Let's do damage reload. But if you're new to the channel and new to Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, here's a shout out to my own channel. I do have a video for every single mastery in the game. So if you're struggling with any of the masteries, I have videos up on how I beat it. This sludge pump with only one beam right now is really depressing.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Like I said, some of those masteries were a nightmare. The cryo ones, a lot of the electric weapon ones, those were really, really tough. And they were not fun. Like, it was not fun playing those. Ooh, let's not. Ooh, okay. Let's not die here. That would be embarrassing if we died. Let's do. I kind of want to re-roll this. Yes, that was a good re-roll. Let's do the potency. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I died. I'm quitting. Oh, it killed me. I literally just said, oh man. Oh, I cannot, guys, we cannot chat and play. Probably easier with the buffs. Still haven't finished cold drones, but I don't use them in game anyways. Oh my gosh, I hardly ever die in this game anymore. And I just died right there. I was dodging those other bullets. Holy cow. Guys, streaming and playing is harder than it looks. Every time I look away for like a second, I can't believe I died there. We had such a good build going too. I hardly ever die anymore, guys. I hardly ever die. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Okay, let's move on to, we're gonna do another build here, which I have set up. What gear did I get here? Armor, move speed, critical damage. Run it back. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll run it back after. Let's do a different one, and then and then maybe we'll run it back. Yeah, it probably is easier, especially now that you can equip gear. I'm sure the masteries are probably a lot easier now if it counts your gear. Wait, you die too? Yes, unfortunately I do die sometimes. I honestly can't remember the last time I actually died though. It's been a while. My goodness. Okay, so we're gonna do, what are we doing next? The Tinker? Was it the Tinker? No, we're doing the Sharpshooter. So with the Sharpshooter, we're gonna do a triple shotgun build. So I tried to get like mostly damage stuff here. This one does have the 4 extra drones, but this is still the best item: max HP, movement speed, and then a good damage buff. And then this one's a really good one. This one gives you damage, fire rate, crit chance, and then reload and fire rate. So let's run the sharpshooter. We'll do masteries, biome, hazard 5. And what we're gonna do with this one is a triple shotgun build. Do you have all the gear now? I have a lot of gear. I don't think you can have all the gear, but I do have a lot of gear. Okay, so with this one, we're gonna do, this one's gonna be a triple shotgun build. We're gonna be looking at, we're gonna be looking for 3 weapons. We're gonna be using our M1000. We're gonna do the plasma carbine, and then we're going to get the boomstick. So 3 shotguns, and well, okay, 3 weapons, but we're gonna turn them into shotguns. So we're gonna turn the M1000 into a sawn-off, and then we're gonna turn the plasma carbine into a sawn-off. Let's go damage. We can probably get this now. Yeah, I think we have enough, nitro to get this. Okay, so this is a reroll. We're gonna be looking like for straight up damage. Pay to win. Wow, these are. We'll take the pay to win. We'll take pay to win right away. That'll be a good item. You and the M1000 again. Daring today, aren't we? Yep. This is god tier builds. Okay, so let's do boomstick. Let's do reload. Oh my god, an OHRye stream. What up, Pepino Martinez? Welcome on in. Yep, an OHRye stream. We're streaming 2 to 3 times a week now, every week. Trying to get more in. But welcome on in. Glad you can make it. So getting pay to win right away is pretty nice. That's one of the other items I like in this game, because it scales really well. I like the items that scale the more you do stuff. And there's not a lot of items that do that either. Okay, let's go with the reload. Let's go with crit chance. I really want to get this nitra. Let's go fire rate. Go projectile damage. Do you recommend playing the main missions first or start with masteries? It depends how much. It's tough to say, because one, when like the masteries and stuff came out, you know, I already had like a full account full of meta stuff. So I would honestly do whatever is going to get you the meta progress the quickest. And then I would focus on masteries after that. So you could do the low level masteries, you know, you could do like tier 1 or tier 2 master or hazard, the low level hazards for certain masteries for like weapons you prefer to use. So I kind of think that's probably not a bad idea. You know, just pick like 4 or 5 of the weapons you like to use that are really strong and try to get those masteries as high as you can. And then just work on getting whatever meta progress you can. I kind of think that would be what I would recommend, but again, it's hard for me to say exactly because and there's the plasma carbine. Because I didn't have to I never started from like a fresh account, you know, so Man, did we killed those guys already?
Drop pod is not going to hang around.
We'll go fire rate, then we'll go clip size and reload. Let's do, we could do fire rate. Fire rate's not like super important, but it could be okay. We'll do reload here. I know a lot of people ask me for like guides and stuff, but one, I don't know. I don't really do like actual guide videos, and I don't really have any interest either in starting over like a fresh account. So a lot of my opinions is definitely, it's hard. Like it's hard to say exactly what the best method now is for like what to focus on first. You do projectile damage, reload. Man, I might mark all of these. Yeah, we'll mark all of those.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
It's quiet. Almost too quiet.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. But I think meta stuff is just really important. And then focus just on a few of your favorite weapons. Like if I were to start a fresh account, that's probably what I would do. Is I would go into probably pick like 5 weapons, like the plasma carbine, the M1000, the thunderhead, and then maybe some of the status effect weapons, and I would just get those probably as high as I could, and then start doing the main mission stuff with those weapons. I had every meta and some masteries. Then after gears, I made a new save, but it was so much easier because of the gears. Yeah, I'm sure the gear makes it way the gear definitely makes it way easier. But honestly, I never had an interest in starting fresh. That was, a lot of people had asked me to do like a new save where I start over, but cool. That is not something that is fun to me. Like that, I would dread having to do all those weapon masteries again. Let's go with the fire rate. I got epic gear with the 0.8 mind speed with each red sugar, and it made runs. Those items are usually really good. Any of those items that sort of scale with, okay, what do we want to do for our last one? We could probably go with the stun sweeper. I think that's probably fine for our last weapon. The only weapons I care about are the 3 we have, the main 3 that we have right now. Yeah, anything that where you mine meta progress or where you mine red sugar, those items are usually pretty good. Because those you'll just kind of naturally get while you play the game. And then they just make you stronger as you play. It's just making sure that I got the supply drop, because again, I lose so much focus when I play this game that I can't remember if the supply drop dropped and if I got it. I feel like, yeah, I feel there's more nitro. No more nitro. Oh, what's down here? There's something down here. Yeah, here it is. The one tiniest little spot that I didn't uncover.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again. So
this build itself will take a little bit to get going, because in order for me to get a full shotgun build going here, I do need to get every weapon to level 18. Because otherwise we're just using a bunch of weapons that aren't really shotguns other than the boomstick. I was hoping to get legendary gear, which gives XP from killing loot bugs. I think I have something like that. No reroll on weapons and level up challenge. I mean, every single challenge I'm pretty sure I've done at some point in this game, but we could definitely maybe what we'll do is, I think what we'll do is maybe the next time I stream this game, we'll make it like a challenge run. I think that would be a good idea. I'll take challenge suggestions from chat and we'll just run those. So like left pick only, no rerolls, stuff like that. I think that's, if we're gonna do challenge stuff, I think I'll just do a whole stream for it. So maybe the next time I schedule a stream, we can do that. Cause I think that would be, oh, we gotta get some, okay, I guess we'll do electric. I don't really want to do cold. Electric's probably much better with this. But I think that's a good idea. I think we'll do that. Let's do fire rate. So I'll try to set up another stream during the week, because I don't know if I want to wait all the way until the weekend to do another stream. But I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's do challenge runs. And then whoever's here, you know, can suggest ideas.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
Okay, we're gonna take cold on this because I do like cold on this weapon. I never finished the Vanguard mission, which made all weapons reload together, and the first weapon is flamethrower. That's oh man. So okay, so that is that the Vanguard challenge. And you can only get turrets after that. So did you have to wait for the flamethrower to reload? That sounds annoying. I don't do the Vanguard challenges too much. I used to do them. I don't do them as much anymore though. Like I would put out videos every once in a while for them if they sounded fun. Yeah, we could do some electric stuff now. And let's get out of here. And you can only get turrets after that. My goodness. Some of those were fun, but again, from my earlier comments in the game, I just like doing the builds in this game. I didn't do too many of the Vanguard stuff because some of them just sound overly annoying. They're kind of like a puzzle that you need to solve. I guess that's kind of maybe a good way to put it. Yeah, we could do the legendary reload. Yeah, just buying mass reloads for that, and then you probably couldn't buy lifetime then either, huh? So you didn't want anything lifetime? Well, no, I guess. Okay, maybe how would that work then? I guess I'm kind of confused how that works. So your other weapons can't reload until your flamethrower reloads? So does that mean does everything have unlimited bullets then, or do they just sit there empty until your flamethrower reloads? So many questions about that Vanguard challenge. Okay, we'll do. Ooh, this is a tough one. Piercing is good, but piercing for the most part, piercing's really only going to be good for the boomstick. I don't really care. Like, piercing gives extra bounce for the plasma. The M1000, I don't think I need really the extra pierce. I think we'll just go with damage and crit here. I'll think about taking that piercing item though if it shows up later.
Just the upgrade I was looking for.
Can you explain how the overkill explosion works? Yeah, so what happens is, here, I'll bring it up. Can I bring it up? Releases a shrapnel. Okay, so overkill damage is basically if an enemy has like 100 HP and you do a shot that hits it for like 120, that's going to be an overkill. So I think you have to kill it in one hit. So you have to basically do more damage than it has health for it to trigger. So you basically, it works really well with the sniper because the M1000 can do, the M1000 does the most damage in the game. So yeah, if you hit an enemy that has, like I said, if it has 100 HP, you one-shot it for 120, bam, that's overkill.
I'm a new dwarf.
All right, let's do clip size and then the minus reload. So that's why it works so well with this class and the M1000, especially I'm not building it particularly towards that because I'm not building, it works really well with the thick boy overclock on the M1000 where it combines all your bullets into one. That's how you get like these huge damage numbers in the millions. So that's how it works. It's not going to work particularly well with this build though. This build's not going to trigger the overclock too often. Because we're not going to be one-shotting a ton of enemies. Let's go. When flamethrower is working, 3 other weapons stop reloading. Oh man. When flamethrower reloads, they reload only one time till the next flame. But you have, oh yeah, that's right. You only have turrets. That's right. Forgot about that part. Yeah, that sounds fun. As I roll my eyes, that's why I don't do the Vanguard challenges. I haven't even, as much as I played this game, I haven't even done the anomaly dives yet either. Okay, we could do reload for medium since we have the majority of my good weapons here are medium. Can it trigger multiple times on one shot if it kills? Yes, I'm pretty confident it can. So like, yeah, if you shoot your bullet, if you shoot your M1000 and it pierces 5 different enemies and it does overkill on all 5 of them, yeah, it's gonna trigger multiple times.
I'm a better dwarf than yesterday.
And it's the power. I don't know how the power of the explosion is. I don't. I think it says 100% something, right? Let me. Shrapnel, reduces shrapnel explosions. Yeah, I don't know how much the actual explosion does. I don't know if it's based on your damage. It might be, because sometimes when those explosions go off, like right there, it massacres everything. Let's go damage here. Reload speed. I don't have any. Oh, we do have a nitro scanner. I forgot. Okay, let's start killing the bugs and trying to get chests. I don't know if we're gonna make this one in time or not. We're so close. We're so close to getting these to 18. 11, 15, 15. And then I don't care about the stun sweeper as much. Let's do damage reload. The don't move challenge is possible with deep core and the shotgun you are using right now. Is that, I don't even know what the best way to do that is. I could see it, the shotgun though having knockback. Knockback feels like it'd probably be pretty good with that. Let's do pickup radius. If you don't get the 100% clip size overclock, do you find yourself doing the sawed off? Yeah. Yeah, if I'm doing a particular build where I am doing the thick boy, then I 100% want to get the 100% clip size. So like if I'm doing a video for it and I don't get that 100% clip size, I'll restart the video. And then yeah, if I'm just playing around and I don't get it, then yeah, I could probably go with the sawn off. I think the M1000 is still good though if you don't get it, but if you want to see those huge numbers, then you need to get that 100% clip size. That's the only way you're gonna get just those massive, massive, massive numbers. Oh, yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Yeah, go find a corner and then... So does that mean... Is the map always the same? Is the map always the same in those anomalies? Because I'm sure if it is, then... You probably just look up a video how to do it. I don't look at my channel, though. I don't have videos for those. But I just... Again... Beat a dead horse here. I just don't care about any of the other content in this game other than... just regular, good old normal dives.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
I never felt like beating my head against the wall trying to like figure some of those out when they first announced them. I guess we'll go potency there. But I like doing those M1000 the M1000 with the thick boy, because it's one of those builds where it feels like it never gets old and you can always improve upon it. Hey, what up? My daughter loves Poke cards too. Shendrag, thank you so much for the donation. I'm getting my whole family into it. My wife hates hearing about it all the time, but I'm getting my kids into card collecting now. Whenever we go to the card store, they always come with me, and then we'll pick out like a couple of like cards from like the $3 bin, or maybe they'll get like a nicer $5 card, but they like going with me now because they get to pick out cards too. Yeah, thank you for the donation. All right, let's do... Did we want to go with potency here? This is electric. This is electric. This has cold. The potency, I'm pretty sure still works with the cold, even though it's not a cold weapon. One thing I wish this game had was unique items that can change a build completely, like an item that said all projectiles bounce. That would be so sick, Doug. That's I kind of talked about that in some of our videos before, where like I wish some of the legendary items were actually like, they could probably add a new tier of items maybe eventually. You sound 25, bro. I am not 25. I'm 43 years old. I am old. I'll be 43 here in a couple months. But yes, I have two kids, 9 and 13. Yeah, we could do the chemist kit. Not necessarily the most useful item for this build, but I'm not gonna do status effect damage though. But no, I am a middle-aged man with a teenage son, an almost teenage daughter. Exactly, 43 years young. It's probably hard to gauge age sometime when, like, just through streaming or like, because you don't really have a face to the voice either, you know? So you kind of just, I did post a picture of me and my son though on the channel if you're so inclined to see what I look like. It's under our posts. When we went to, because we met our donation goal the other day. And so whenever we meet our donation goal, we go to the card store and get some cards. And so we met our donation goal yesterday for the previous goal. And so we went to the card store and then I just took a picture of what we bought. And so me and my son are in there. If you're so inclined to see, there's plenty of face pictures of me. I have like a bunch of shorts and stuff with my face. All cringe-worthy stuff.
Satisfied. The drop
36 this month. Yeah, a lot of old people here, or young people. A lot of young people here. 38, 43 years young. 36 this month. Doesn't sound 43 though. What's going on? What's up? M to the cone. What's up? Hey, it's Night. One thing I'd like to see in this game, but it's a pipe dream, is randomly generated maps. What do you mean by that? We kind of have randomly generated maps. Are you talking about like really random, where you like get like a little bit of fire, a little bit of this, or you get like random enemies popping up in maps where they don't normally pop up? I'm 43, same age, worked at Toys R Us while Pokemon. Oh, good old Toys R Us. Man, that's a long gone dream right there. I remember going to Toys R Us as a kid. And I actually took my kids to Toys R Us, but my daughter, I don't think I ever got the chance to. I think Toys R Us was done by the time my daughter kind of got old enough to go. My girls will almost certainly be doomed by the Magic the Gathering players. Voice is very dependent on mic and settings. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I have good settings to make myself sound young. 55 years. What's up, Vix? Nah, we middle-aged. I just shaved my head because I don't like the look of Doug. Man, speaking of like shaving your head, okay, so again, if you look at the most recent post on my channel, I have been bald since 17. 17 years old is when I started going bald. By the time I was a freshman in college, I was shaving my head completely. When I was a senior in high school, I started shaving it, but like, you know, just with clippers. I would just trim my hair really low. But yeah, freshman year in college, I was like bicking my head with a razor and shaving cream because I had to go bald. But yeah, but when I was going bald at 17.
This one makes me want to be a better dwarf.
I had a bald spot in the back of my head. Senior year in high school. Let's go with the reload here. Okay, we'll do the fire ray, and then we're gonna do the mini pellets here. We're not gonna do the thick boy because we want to keep this a shotgun. But man, now we're gonna start seeing some power.
Stage 4 completed. Next stage is
Yo, what up, Andrew? My daughter is 7 and I'm 41. I'll get her to Magic the Gathering eventually, but just Pokemon for now. What's the biggest bummer about that is my son was really into Pokemon for a while. He never really got into the card game, but he played the video games. He probably has like 30 Pokemon plushies that we have just bought him over the years. So like every time it was his birthday or Christmas or he did good in school, you know, he would pick out a plushie from the Pokemon Center store. And so he had a ton of those, but now that he's a teenager, he's kind of outgrown Pokemon a little bit. I still get him to like pick out some cool cards every once in a while, but he's kind of over Pokemon for the most part now. He's more into like other types of anime like Jujutsu Kaisen and Dragon Slayer or Demon Slayer. Those bonus stats are yellow and they multiply, and yes, they are worth. Yeah, anything that's a white is adds, anything that's a yellow multiplies. Mini pellets is so powerful. Mini pellets is really power. Is the M1000 OP? Yes. I think the M1000 is the best weapon in the game. I did a tier list and I put it as the #1 weapon. So yeah, I think it's OP. I don't think there's a better weapon in the game. It's the only weapon in this game that can do millions of damage if you build it correctly. My kids, hold on. Are y'all kids? Yes. Doug? My daughter loves K-pop Hunters. I personally have never seen the movie, but I've heard it a lot. Like every car ride, she watches it. So like I know the whole story, I know the whole characters, but I've never actually seen it. I've just heard about it. She wanted to be K-pop for Christmas, or not Christmas, Halloween, but they actually don't have like, they surprisingly didn't have K-pop costumes yet. I don't know if it came out too late for them to kind of officially make costumes, but we weren't able to find any. And I kind of let her know. I was like, I don't like see any on their website or anything, so I don't know if they're gonna have any. And so we didn't end up getting that, but yes, loves K-pop Demon Hunters. So in November, this game is coming to mobile, which is pretty cool. Oh, hey, I noticed you changed up maps a little in the week. Thank you for taking my feedback. Yeah, with the gear and stuff, it's a lot easier. The only reason I kind of stuck with some of the same maps, like I mentioned in the video, is some builds just aren't good. And I know they're not good, but we're still going to do it because that's what we do here. We just do builds. We're going to try out something that seems like a good thematic build, and it may or may not do okay, but I don't want to, like, I was always afraid, like, I'm going to waste. Okay, we're going to take the sawn off here to make this a shotgun too. But I was always kind of afraid, like, okay, if I get to like stage 8 and I die, that sucks. Like, I don't want to waste my time doing an 8-stage dive and then die. So that's why I kind of tended to stick with a lot of the easier levels. But now that we have gear in the game, it's much easier to play through the harder maps with a mediocre build. So we're just gonna kind of start shredding through things now that we have 2 shotguns. We need to get this M1000 there now. Let's see. M1000 is OP, I agree, but LMG turrets are much easier to pull off, in my opinion. M to the cone, thank you so much for becoming a member. Yeah, the turrets are, the LMG turret is insanely strong. My oldest wants to theme her next birthday party for it. I don't know if my daughter will. Her birthday is still like 6 months away, so I guess we'll kind of see what happens. 9 stacks here. That's not horrible. That's not like a huge multiplier, but I guess it's a little something. We'll just take it. That's fine.
Yesterday. One down.
Is Mastery 10 stage the best way to get gear? I honestly don't know. Because 10 stage dives are all I ever do. So I know you can get, honestly, probably doing whatever those Vanguard missions are probably a good idea, because those give you guaranteed legendaries if you complete them. So those are probably a good idea. But again, I never do them, so I don't know. Sometimes when I do like a full run like this, you're guaranteed at least 2 pieces of gear. But for the most part, I'll usually get 3 or 4. So if getting 4 pieces of gear in about 50 minutes is the most productive way to do it, then maybe.
My fear. What is this abomination?
Man, we need to get this M1000. We're already doing pretty good damage there.
Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated. Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get
We
there
could do
now.
Wield, and I prefer seismic turrets when they follow you in slow. That's definitely a good combo. I remember seismic turrets used to put up insane damage numbers, and they still kind of do. I've done back in the day, and I'm probably, because I was actually looking at some of my past builds, I did do a mobile turret build where I got like the fire turret, the LMG, and the seismic turrets to all have the tank wheels. But that was probably over a year ago. I could definitely revisit like a tank turret build where they all follow you around.
This'll do. Pretty sweet. Gonna roll the dice on this one.
Do
I can't get enough of this
piercing.
rare stuff.
Man, we're already broke. I'm not gonna buy the armor. So what do we need? We just need the M1000 still. I saw a post on Reddit, 10 stage missions don't necessarily give you more gears, it's spread through the run, so actually weapon masteries give you the same amount of gears, but they are much quicker. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I guess that makes sense. Did they nerf the seismic? I think at some point they did.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
I'm ready.
I feel like at some point a long time ago they nerfed it. Man, I literally ran all the way up here and I didn't see one thing.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Because yeah, the weapon masteries, are those the ones that are only 3 stages? So yeah, if you're guaranteed a legendary after 3 stages, that does sound like maybe the most productive way to do it.
For landing.
I could do the reload on that.
We shouldn't need precious minerals. It was detrimental.
Prepare for impact. Prepare to fight for your life. A big
Do I want to
soldier
get
approaching.
these? Maybe. We're at 69 crit chance. Nice. Yeah, we could take this. That'll put us up to 100% crit.
Perfect dwarf.
And then give us the 100% crit bonus. We lose a lot of damage, though. Hopefully, we do have pay to win, though.
Let's show them some fight.
The scavengers
Do they guarantee a legendary? I don't think the masteries do. I think the only thing that guarantees a legendary is the like the Vanguard contracts, whatever those missions are. One of those I think guarantees a legendary first time you complete it. I'm gonna get this gold and then we'll see if we have enough time to kill these guys to get a legendary. I don't know if we will. Oh yeah, we definitely might here. Oh, so close. Okay, we got it. We did get the legendary. Nice. Straight up projectile damage sounds pretty good. Obviously the gold's more value and same as the nitra, but I think we'll just take that. Hey Ma, I want to say no, because I don't think that's considered an explosive weapon. I don't think it has the explosive tag, so I would bet no.
Feels like a brand new gun.
If anything, it would be range, like weapon range, but honestly, I actually don't know if like weapon range would affect its like attack radius. No, the seismic doesn't have the explosion tag.
I'm raring to try this out. This is my pick. Show me more.
There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna get this to sawn off. So here we go. The official triple shotgun build. The M1000, the boomstick, the plasma carbine, and now we have officially turned everything into a sawn off.
I'm raring to try this out.
We've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
Grenade launcher is definitely one of the worst weapons in the game. I have it in the D in my personal tier list. I have it at D tier. It did get a buff in the last patch they put out a couple days ago, but I didn't really feel like it was enough to make it any better. But yeah, I think the grenade launcher is horrible.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Don't die.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
I want to see a good damage item here soon.
Objective completed.
Suck on this, you freaking nature.
Too much crap in the way. Supplies can't land. Clear it out, miner. Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
I do wish they were more transparent with how I agree. There's some things that are weird too, because like every time you play a plasma weapon, sometimes like some plasma weapons get like a range upgrade, and like the range works differently for certain weapons. Like if it's a beam weapon, it actually gives you a larger beam. And then for some weapons, range is how close an enemy has to be to like attack you. So some of it's really weird. And then there's like ooh, no, let's go with the piercing. And then there's like the plasma weapons too, you know, they get piercing. So for example, this plasma carbine gets piercing and you're like, well, this weapon doesn't pierce. That doesn't make any sense. And nowhere in the game does it like explain what piercing actually does. So it's really, really weird. It's like I don't really get it sometimes. 1 second. Yeah, I they need to be like, they need to be a little bit more transparent instead of having to like do a ton of research just to find out what some things do. Because I was always really confused about plasma and piercing. I was like, why does this weapon have piercing? I don't think there's anything that impacts rotation speed. At least for the beam weapons. The only thing I know that actually increases rotation speed is something with, let's do that projectile damage again. Is with the wave cooker actually has a straight up rotation speed upgrade. What fire rate do to beams? Nothing. Fire rate does, I don't think fire rate does anything. If you want lifetime with the beams. So with those, yeah, with those you want lifetime because that'll just make them stay out longer. Alright, I'm not gonna risk getting that other guy.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner. Good work, miner. Now to stage 8.
Hey American people, when is Black Friday? I have some stuff on Amazon. It will be the day after Thanksgiving, which is... Thanksgiving would be the 27th? November 27th? Is it the 27th? When's Thanksgiving, people? Is it the 27th? I think it's either the 3rd or 4th Thursday of the month. So sometime towards the end of November.
I can use this.
Do the fire rate. Is beam build only good with status effect damage? On potency or direct damage build can be good. If I'm doing a beam build, I'm probably going to do like status effect damage with potency. That's usually the best way to build that. We could do this one.
What else we got?
Sure, we could take that and then let's go reload. Well, actually, we could do, yeah, we could do both.
You know the drill, miner. Full
Yeah, so you got a little over a month away.
Let's get the job done.
One little gold down here.
Prepare to fight for your life.
And nothing over
Swarm is
here.
approaching.
I'm gonna kill you all. Think you can kill me? Think again. This is perfect for the kill.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Open. Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
So potency basically is like how quickly you put stacks on the enemies, and then status effect is going to be like how much damage they take. So like, for example, like Doug says, like the cooker gets a slow that stacks fast. So like if you have more potency, it means that you're going to apply those cold stacks quicker,
This one suits
and it's going to freeze the enemies a lot quicker. So that's usually what potency is going to do. So like if you're doing a build, you kind of want to get a little bit of both of them. Because the more stacks and the quicker you're putting the stacks on the enemies, the more ticks the higher ticks too you're going to get when you build a status effect damage. So it's really, really prevalent, like with, it's really, really good, like if you're doing cold, because it's just, instead of like having to hit an enemy 3 times with your weapon to freeze them, if you have enough potency on it, you'll basically freeze them in 1 hit. And so that's how it works with like a lot of those weapons. So it's really, really good with cold, and then basically everything else too, but it's really prevalent. You really notice it more with cold. Damage and reload for every equipped overclock. I only have 2 rerolls left. Let's reroll. Gold scanner. Man, I should have just taken that one. Oh, I definitely should have taken that one. Dang it, these ones suck. Let's do the HP, I guess. I should have just taken that damage reload. I was greedy though, and I was looking for like a better damage item. Oh wait, where's the, hold on, there's another boss and he's stuck somewhere. Where is he? Okay, a boss spawned. Oh, he's stuck down here. How is he stuck down there? Oh, that's lame. We got screwed out of a chest. The boss spawned and he can't get through. He's trapped. Oh, we got screwed out of a chest there. I didn't even notice that. Let's do the nitra, because I definitely didn't get any nitra here. There's some nitra here that we can maybe get in time. This is why I love the shotgun build. I love just mowing down everything in front of you. It's so fun. I thought another artifact that could be fun, something that randomly puts walls back up around you. Oh, like, what do you mean walls up around? Like it would, like you could re-mine stuff? So you could like keep mining everything? Let's go damage. Critical for sure. Let's go reload, reroll. Damage, damage, fire rate. You do the reload and then that's it. Let's see. Potent lets the weapon stack more of whatever status. The worst boss, yes, that was the worst boss. The whole concept of capitalism is that greed is good. I mean, that's definitely true. I had one fly off the map on Saturday. The bosses flying off the map is hilarious. I've had that happen a couple times. Usually it only happens though with like the main bosses, the level 5 and the level 10 bosses. But yeah, they'll jump off the edge and it's hilarious, and they'll usually just die. You'll just see their health pool go to 0 and you're like, what happened? What happened? Blast through all these things. Again, this is where the game is just so good. This stuff like this is just so satisfying. Status effects is, or acid is definitely the go. But don't pay attention to that last video where we died. I did an acid build. And we lost doing an acid build because I took way too many hits. Oh no, we're gonna get stuck with one of these. I don't have rerolls. Oh, we're on the 9th floor. Both of these are going to be not useful. A coupon, we get one shop. An XP scanner, we get maybe a couple levels out of this, if we're lucky. I'm just going to take the coupon. Neither of those are going to affect our game in any way.
Big swoon detected. Doggerman, get ready.
Yeah, we could have just went with the juice. But let's do crit damage. So what are we at with crit stuff? 108, 459 crit damage.
Objective completed. All tasks complete. Stage
Let's
finished.
go with the electric damage.
Get on it before it leaves.
Alright, we only have one more floor to go, and this is obviously a really good build. We'll do one more run after this, and then we'll call it a night, and I don't know what we're gonna do yet for our final run, but I guess you guys can kind of decide. But it has to be a god tier. You can't tell me cryo cannon, because cryo cannon's not gonna make it.
Sweet. What else?
Let's do reload, projectile damage, reload speed.
More options.
We can do the move speed, and then that's it.
Only one way to rouse the dreadnought. Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner.
Mega Bonk run. Oh, don't talk to me about Mega Bonk. I see everybody having huge success with Mega Bonk. I'm kind of bitter about it. Mega Bonk is going to be a sore note on my channel. There's so many people having so much success with Mega Bonk, and I just cannot get there. I was even one of the... I played that game before it was popular. I played that game during Steam Next Fest, like earlier this year, before even all the craze and the hype for that game. I was playing Mega Bonk, and then when the game actually released, nope. I don't want to talk about Mega Bonk. Yeah, Mega what? Who cares about that game? That game, nobody likes Mega Bonk. It's like trying to make fetch work. I give up. I'm not trying to make Mega Bonk work anymore. Wave cooker. Oh, now you're speaking my language. Who said wave cooker? Doug? My man. We could do that. We could do like a fire build, I guess. If we would run it on the interrogator again. But I'll try to focus only on the wave cooker, really. You know, we'll make like a level make like a level 50 wave cooker or something. Man, I didn't even get the supply drop. I guess we don't really need it though, huh? Pop. Pop.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job. Objective completed, miner.
Alright, let's get out of here. So there we go. There's our god tier 3 shotgun build.
The dreadnought never knew what hit it.
Bro, these kids don't know about Tina Fey. Does Tina Fey do anything anymore? So yeah, probably not. Every time I hear the wave cooker, I'm actually hearing wife cooker, thanks to Idle Cub. Does he call it a wife cooker? That's not a very good name. Okay, so we have damage here, plasma carbine, 66 million. Yeah, not wave. This weapon actually did more than this one, huh? That's pretty good. 36 million for our boomstick. We didn't really get too many like legendary upgrades. We had really bad luck. We didn't get like high luck on this run. We didn't get quite. I mean, we did get, okay, we got some okay damage items. We did get these two. This one gives us damage. This one gave us pretty good damage. This one got us to 100% crit and then gave us pretty good crit damage. We got piercing and then we kind of fizzled out here a little bit. But yeah, this is why I think the plasma carbine is insanely good, because not only did it do 66 million damage, but we also had slow on it. So it was slowing the enemies on top of doing the most damage in the game. Let's see. I watched your Mega. Thank you, Pepino. You might be the only one that watched it. I don't have reaction time needed to be good at Mega Bonk. I just watched the 3 videos yesterday. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. I can't like force it to be good on the channel, unfortunately. Like I feel like I could play Mega Bonk every single day, but it wouldn't matter. The algorithm just did not pick that game up for me, and it's not going to. So I can't force it as much as I would try to. The best cold weapons? No. Brian Timothy says it's the best. Yes, there we go. So Wave Cooker. Yes, okay. Yes, confirmed. Yes, now I understand what you guys are saying. I thought we were talking about cold weapons, but yes, the Wave Cooker is the best cold weapon in the game. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, we could do that. We could do Wave Cooker. So let's go to our gear, and then we'll play. That means we'll have to do another interrogator run, though. And honestly, I'll probably keep the same pieces of gear here, because this one's going to give me a lot of HP, potency. This one will give me range, status effect damage, reload. This one gives me potency, reload, and then more damage. This one gives me status effect damage, potency, and max HP. This one gives me... This one, actually, we could switch out this one. Let's put that one in for now, but let's see if there's a better... This one has potency, lifetime reload damage. Let's see. Damage, critical. Okay, I guess it's between... Where was that other potency item? This one? Damage, XP gain, potency. Yeah, let's go with that one. Damage, movement speed. This one's pretty good though too. 13% XP, max HP. Alright, let's stick with this one, because this one does give us the potency. Acid drone with cooker is sick. How to sell gear fast. Inventory. Is my inventory full? It could be. Let's see. I love the videos where beams and wave cooker. Oh god, that was a total accident. But that was hilarious. I wonder if I should do like, because I think we did that during a live stream.
2 times is the best.
Let's do salt pits for this one, and then we'll run interrogator. And so we'll probably, oh wait, yes, you're right, upgrade. Thank you. My biggest fault. Upgrade, so we can upgrade this one a couple times. Actually, maybe we want to... Do I want to move this? Get rid of this one? Let's actually see. I might want to... Yeah. Let's get rid of that one. I'm not sure why I had that one equipped, honestly. Oh, wait, that's why. Dang it! I was looking at... Why does it do that? I was looking at the wrong character. Okay. Never mind. I was like, why didn't I have that one equipped? Okay, upgrade. So let's upgrade this one. So there we go. That's going to give us like a couple extra percentage damage and then XP and more potency. Okay. Now we'll go mastery, biomastery. We'll do this one because the wave cooker can shoot through the walls. So we'll do a full fire build here, but I'm going to try to focus mostly on the wave cooker. I think we'll try to get that one. It won't be like an official one weapon run, but we'll try to get that one kind of as high as we can, because I love the wave cooker. Go potency for that one. And then we'll just pick whatever other fire weapons show up. Okay, so hopefully we don't have to do like a ton of rerolls here. Okay, there's the wave cooker. Potency. So what's good about the wave cooker is you can see right here, this is kind of why I chose this level. It can shoot through the walls. Okay, we definitely need to get, I need to get more nitro before we go get that supply drop. The potency is going to be super good with this weapon, not only for the fire, but also for the cold. Why double beam or speedy? I like both. The dream upgrades right here would be that I get the beam width and I get the beam rotation speed. That would be those are the ideal pickups here. Where's all the nitra?
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time.
Let's go. This is tempting. I'm gonna go with the mining speed though, because we are playing on this map. If I wasn't playing on this map, I probably would have taken that other upgrade. Okay, here we go. Now I can go back and finally get that supply drop. Let's go reload. Oh, good. More nitra. Gotta go. Good night. Keep up the great content. Shreddrag, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Ooh, it's like a legendary just popped out. We could probably, I don't mind starting off with the magnet here. We could do lifetime beam. Look at that. Beautiful. It's like the supply drop dropped and then a legendary popped out of it. That was pretty funny timing. So then for our last two weapons, we'll go for like the fire turret or the fire drones or both. Ooh. Okay, let's go potency. Oh man, we didn't get the ones we wanted. We'll do the potency though. Let's reroll these. Okay, no, that's acid. So these are rerolls. Oh, we could do incendiary. That's fine. Let's go damage. Legendary too. Don't see too many legendaries as often. I don't think there's the acid drone and the fire drone aren't bad. Acid drone and fire drone are good. Thunder drone and cryo drone, those are bad. We could do that reload. I guess we'll go max HP here. Damage.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there
We'll go with the gold there. Oh no, we should have done the nitro. If we're trying to level up the weapon as best as we can, then let's go damage again. Okay, we did complete the quest. We have 69 nitro, nice. But I like the fire drone and the acid drone. I'm a big fan of those weapons. Those ones I like. Because one, they're aggressive and they have the better status effects in the game. The cryo cannon, or not the, oh, dang it. I didn't even get my cheap magnet. I didn't even see it up there. The cryo drones, I think, suffer from a lot of the cryo weapons. Ooh, now we have a tough decision here. This is a tough choice now. Rotation speed or more width? They kind of both do the same thing in that they're basically just going to be able to freeze enemies more. This will just move it faster, and then this, like, ideally I would have gotten both of these, because this is the best way to freeze the most enemies. The other upgrade we got is okay because it gives us a lot of potency, so it would freeze quicker. But I think we could build up our potency in other ways. We can't build up our beam width and rotation speed. So this is a tough one. I think we'll go with width though. Doug says rotation better versus bosses, width versus mobs. I can agree with that. So I think that's why we'll go with width, because I think I would rather be able to freeze like as many enemies as we can freeze. Damage. 2 votes for width. Well, actually, I guess Doug's wasn't a vote for width, but Brian's was, so yeah. I agree. We'll go width. We can buy both of these. But I love having both of those. I like having the width and the rotation speed, because you'll freeze everything. It's so good. Okay. Oh, and there we go. Fire. Oh, wow. Good thing that showed up because I had no gold. I had hardly any gold. I could have done one reroll. And then, yeah, can't reroll overclocks. Maybe someday.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Maybe someday we'll be able to.
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone for obstacles.
Probably don't want to get this yet. Maybe after I get these guys, though. Oh, and a hoarder bug over here. See, this is where we're gonna need that rotation. Too bad we don't have cold yet either. Oh, that did really good damage though. Let's go with the damage and potency. Reload. Oh, more nitro right here. Perfect. Then we'll go get that supply drop. So obviously one of the biggest things we're gonna be looking for here is the chemist kits. Chemist kit is going to be huge.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
I could just hang out here the whole time. Oh yeah, the burn belt. Forgot about that. That's, yeah, look, I could just hang out here the whole time. I just have like my little mini fortress. Oh no, we blew it up. We blew up our choke point. I'm new here. Width versus speed, huh? That's what she said. Yeah, what would be, I wonder what would be the preference there. Probably you probably got to go with that girth.
Objective completed.
Alright, I guess we'll take that. We'll go with the damage on that one. I don't really care too much what the other weapons get. Not really gonna level them up too much anyways.
Pop the loot bomb. Let's get the middle.
Oh, come on. I haven't even touched like that bottom area of the map. Jeez. Alright, let's go with the gold. We'll just go with the potency here. Okay, so I like both of these. Both of these overclocks are pretty fun. This one's good if you want to do, you know, like maybe more damage. You shoot beams in the opposite direction, but we're gonna do cold. Just because that's what we're doing this build. But I like both of them. And then if you can get, again, if you can get like that, if you can get the extra width and the rotation speed, and then you have dual beams, dual wave cooker beams, that's crazy.
It's mine.
We can do the range.
Try this out.
Damage. Let's go with beam damage. Do I have? We don't have scanners. I'm glad we saw that. Glad we saw that belt. See, look how quickly this freezes everything. Man, it's so good.
We knew we could trust you to go it alone.
The slow is so good on this weapon. I really wish we would have got that extra rotation speed though.
Upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Gonna roll the dice on
Go
this
potency. You can do lifetime pickup radius. Let's save it. Yeah, potency is already really high. What are the other minerals for?
Your mission is clear.
Are you talking about like just the other? Any mineral you see in this game is used for meta progress. Is that what you're referring to? So like all the different things that aren't gold in Nitra, that's used to level up your meta progress. So like, yeah, so like, let's go beam damage. So like this thing right here, this is resources that we need to upgrade the meta stuff, like your max health, your max damage, your movement speed and stuff. That's what those are going to be for. But once you max all that out, now we can use this stuff to upgrade our gear in the game. So that's new too.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
So now it's not just all meta. You can use it to upgrade your gear.
Clear out the LZ, please.
Loot box looted.
See, like, it just flash freezes everything. Look at this. Look at this. This is why... Oh, man. This is why I hate the cryo cannon. It's like, why? Why would I ever take the cryo cannon when I can just make this weapon freeze?
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swoop.
It's so good. It's so good. Alright, let's get Chemist Kit. Damage and reload. No. Let's re-roll. Freeze. That it technically doesn't count because it doesn't do cold damage. So we could, I guess we could go with the Nitra scanner, and we can use that Nitra to level up our weapon more. Let's do a reroll here. Yeah.
Gimme.
I agree. Buff cryo cannon. We'll go status effect damage. And then what makes it really good too, again, like, look, I can freeze enemies through the wall. So before I even mine through something, we freeze all the enemies and I can make an escape if I need to. The reason it's freezing so much right now, though, is because we did get that 100% potency. But I still would have preferred the rotation speed. Like flash freezes everything, and then it does a ton of damage on top of it. Let's go with the damage and potency. I love this weapon. I feel like Wave Cooker I've always felt is an underappreciated weapon in this game.
Just what I needed. Just what the doctor ordered. You ugly son of a bitch.
Look at that. That's all Wave Cooker right there. Let's go lifetime. Status effect damage will just take fire potency. Ooh, XP gains. There we go, weapon range. Need to get weapon range. Yeah. Burning while frozen, it's a crazy. It's because at the beginning it was really weak and everyone hated it. It definitely, I mean, the status effect weapons just overall got buffed big time. And the Wave Cooker was definitely one of the ones that benefited a lot from it. Oh boy. I don't like any of these again, salvage. I don't like the reload either. Beam damage, and then that's it. Oh, did I not get the magnet?
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I'm wondering if fighting bugs and moving dirt is the best way to make that living.
So the biggest item that we want right now is the chemist kit. Hey, Daniel King, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm gonna go with those because again, we're gonna try to make this run really just focus on the cryo cannon here. Because again, what's the motto of the channel? Commit to the build. And the build is we're trying to make the Wave Cooker as strong as possible. We don't really care too much about the other weapons.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Boom, baby!
I definitely need to get more range on this though. I want it to be shooting, you know, almost a full screen here. That would be awesome. It has pretty good range right now, but we could get more. Let's see. They should add a gamble mechanic, something like 30 nitra to get a random overclock. Yeah. I'd be down with gambling. Let's go with the damage and potency. I feel like these dwarves would love gambling too.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Right? They would love to just drink and gamble. Maybe you could gamble on random gear. You know, you could spend a lot of resources and just spend your credits and get gear. But that might take away from actually playing the game. But that would actually be kind of fun. Spend like 100,000 credits and get a random gear. You're not always guaranteed to get a legendary though. Or, you know, like you could get a green. You have a 10% chance to get a legendary. depending on how much you spend. The damage and reload is probably a no. Gold scanners, sure. I just have to make sure that we see the chemist kit here at some point. That's really it. I have to see the chemist kit.
I'm gonna go with this. This one makes me want to be a better dwarf.
There's our quest.
Objective completed.
Look at that freeze. It's so good. Yeah, you're right. This, I mean, we're actually doing really pretty good damage too with just the wave cooker. But it does really need to, when we fight the boss, I'm gonna have to try to, it's gonna be a little bit tough to aim at the wave cooker to make sure it's hitting the boss all the time. That's gonna be the only, that's gonna be our only real weakness here. Because I'm gonna have to be aiming that really, really well. Let's go with the nitra. Oh, we do have, oh no, that's my bad magnet. Let's go damage. Alright, let's go reload speed. Oh my gosh, do not let me go to Vegas. That would be... Vegas isn't too far away from me. I'm in California, so Vegas is basically my neighbor. But funny enough is I'm you know, I don't have, I mean, okay. I do have an how are we going to say this? I do have an obsessive personality over things. Like when I get into things, I get really obsessive about it. Like Pokemon. I get really into it, but like I wouldn't say I have an addictive personality. So I'm very good at managing my gambling budget for whenever I would gamble. But the thing is that because in California, sports gambling is not legal. So we're not allowed to gamble on sports in California, surprisingly. Which is crazy because California is like an ultra liberal state and feels like gambling would be something that would just be like, yeah, let's just let people do whatever they want. But yeah, we cannot sports gamble here. So if they ever allowed it, that would that would be a different story. That would be a much different story.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
But I'm usually pretty good. I'm actually pretty stingy with my money. Believe it or not. I would never spend money on myself and like Pokemon stuff if I didn't have disposable income. And that's kind of like what I treat YouTube as. Like whatever I make, like my wife and I make enough money from our jobs to pay our rent or our mortgage and let the kids do whatever, you know, our jobs pay for us to survive, and then my YouTube pays for us to have fun. What sports do you like? I mainly, if I were to gamble, it would be UFC. I'm very much into UFC. I really like basketball. I don't watch football as much anymore. I used to be really big into fantasy football, but I don't know. I don't really, I kind of got out of that over the last couple years. But if I were to become a sports gambler, it would definitely be UFC.
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
UFC is my favorite sport. What do you do in the real world? I'm a cubicle worker. I won't give too much details, but I'm basically like I'm a supervisor at my job. I have like a team of 5 people under me, but we basically just do analytical work, you know, cubicle job. Sit in an office, go in our cubicle and do the 9 to 5. Nothing exciting, but I have a good team and I enjoy my job. When you say yes, I mean American football, not soccer. Yes, I should remember that most of my audience probably isn't American. Yes, American football. I don't watch soccer. Reload. See, so I'm gonna have to make sure, like, look, well, we're doing pretty good damage here. But then when my beam shifts, then we do like no damage. And now we gotta wait for the beam to get back on him. Damage.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job.
Yeah, project manager is a good way to put it. What was this up here? That was gear. Let's re-roll this. Let's go with status effect damage. I feel like we probably have enough potency on this weapon already. What gear was that? Just a blue? Okay, I don't even pick up blue pieces anymore. Yeah, I like my job. I got promoted. I was like a regular analyst for a while. I've been at my job for quite a while, and I never really had much desire to promote. So like I could have left my job and went to like different agencies and tried to promote, but you know, I was pretty content with just doing what I was doing. But then my supervisor promoted, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll promote into your spot. And so I got a promotion earlier this year. So a little bit busier with work now, but it's been nice because I have a really good team. I have a very self-sufficient team that requires barely any management. All right, let's go with lifetime for beams. So it definitely makes my job easier when you have a good team. You know, you don't need to be on top of everybody to, hey, this assignment's due tomorrow, where's it at? It's like, I don't even need to tell my team there's an assignment due tomorrow because they know, and they do it. It's like, great. And then I'll review it, and then it's usually right. And it's like, okay. Well, thanks for making my job easy. Oh my gosh, look at that freeze. I'm sure you would watch, I'll watch like the big tournaments, like I'll watch like the world championships or whatever, and yeah, I'll watch the Olympics. I'll watch, like, there's the, I don't know what it's called, but I think there's a tournament that mainly focuses on like the North American countries where like, oh, there's the chemist kit, where like US will play against Mexico a lot, and I'm not sure what other countries are in that tournament, and I don't know what it's called, like CONCACAF, like, does that sound familiar to anybody? Like a CAN, CAF, something like that. Like, I'll watch that tournament. That one's usually pretty entertaining. But yeah, I'll watch like the major soccer events, just kind of like I do with most sports. I don't like baseball at all, but I'll put on the World Series. I don't watch hockey at all, but you know, I'll put on the Stanley Cup. Like, I'll put on the championship high level games. It's crazy how you can't freeze these spitters. Maybe that would be too OP if you could. You can freeze everybody else though. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, this is a tough one. Project Manager Life right there with you. I'm sure you watch, yeah. I'll watch women's soccer. I'll watch the men's soccer too. When I was a warehouse supervisor, I only talked work with my team when shit was bad. Yeah. My team, like, I don't know. I really like my team. Like, we're also like friends because for one, I was their coworker. You know, I was their coworker for like the last 5 or 10 years, and then I got the promotion and now I'm their supervisor, which is obviously a little weird because you have to kind of separate that dynamic between like, okay, I'm the boss now, but I'm still your friend in a way. So, okay, so we got to vote for range. All right, I really want to take this one, but we'll go range. We'll go with more range. What's this over here? Magnet from our drop. I used to love baseball when I was a kid, but I don't know. Just never really stuck with me the older I got. I think because I moved on to American football and basketball that I just kind of got out of baseball. Like I played basketball a lot when I was a kid. And I never really played baseball.
This one makes me want to be a what else? This one. Oh, nothing for me here.
Oh man, I was hoping to get... Okay, I guess we can spend our... No, we have one... Okay, we'll buy these because I do have a lot of nitra. There we go. Let's buy that range, and that's it.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
But you know, playoffs are right now for baseball, so wow, that was quick. Let's go with the nitro so we can buy more upgrades for our weapon. But I'll watch the World Series when that starts. I don't think I'll watch playoffs, but I'll put the World Series on. But my main sport is UFC. Like I watch all the pay-per-views. I'll usually watch all the weekly events because now they'll have events almost every Saturday. So I watch a ton of UFC.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Objective completed.
The Brewers-Cubs game is on right now. Since this will probably be our last run, I would bet after this I'll go turn on the TV and just put on whatever game is. Dude, that Yuri fight was sick last night. Like, Yuri is one of my favorite fighters right now just because he's so awkward and crazy. But yeah, that third round finish, that was so sick. You're spot on with that, Young. Like that was such a cool fight. Cause Yuri, he kind of seemed like he was getting picked apart for the first 2 rounds. He wasn't really landing much, and then he just came out way more aggressive, and that's what I like about Yuri. Like a lot of fighters, they'll be down 2 rounds to 0, and they won't have that killer instinct to try to finish the fight. They'll just kind of keep doing the same thing over and over, and then eventually they lose a decision. But Yuri went in there and he knew he was down. He knew he was down, like he knew he was down 2 rounds to 0, and he went out there and finished the fight. Like, I love those type of fighters. And he just has such a cool, unique stuff. Oh my gosh, we killed him already? Oh no, plus beams. Nope, Nitra. I used to be a big boxing fan. Rocky was a developmental moment for me as a kid, but boxing's hard to watch now. I never got like super into boxing, but boxing never appealed to me because of a lot of the bad stigma it got, where like a lot of fighters were dodging each other. There's so many different belts. There's and now it's kind of turning into like a circus show with like Jake Paul. Like Jake Paul is somehow the most famous boxer in the world right now, which is really dumb. So yeah, now you just get all these like circus fights with him.
I'm feeling lucky.
Like that. I'll do another reroll. I was hoping to get more nitra for our other weapon.
We've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
Yeah, I was never huge into boxing. I just like when UFC, I'm old enough where I literally watched UFC 1. And now they're at like 300 and something. 320. I watched UFC 1. I would rent them on VHS and watch them. Again, that's how old we are here. Some of you, whoever said they were 20, someone in here is 20, probably never saw a VHS. I would rent VHS tapes of UFC and watch them. And then I did like I didn't do mixed martial arts, but I did Taekwondo. So I think that's kind of always appealed to me too, just the martial arts part of it. I did Taekwondo as a teenager.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time. The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Sorry, little bug.
Go reload.
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
I'm 24 and grew up with a VCR, but I was also 1 month old during during 9/11. I was when 9/11 happened. I was a freshman in college. Let's go with reload for beans. I remember 9/11 very, very vividly. Getting ready, I was getting ready for school, you know, and then I came back from the bathroom and my roommate had the TV on and we were watching it, and then I was like, all right, well, I have to go to class now, which is crazy because basically one of like the biggest terrorist attacks on American soil happened, and here I am like having to go to class. And so as I walk to class, they have people out there that are telling us that classes are canceled. And so then of course everybody goes back, and then we're all hanging out in the lobby room, and we're all watching it on the news.
Get moving. It won't hang around.
All right, we'll just go with extra beams there. Yeah, I was a freshman in college, so VHS tapes when I was a kid, and phones with wires. We didn't have no internet back in my day. We had to go outside and play with sticks. Could you imagine not having internet? High school. Let's see. You were 5 months old.
This one makes me want to be a better dwarf. What
All right, I guess we're spending all our nitra here.
Have it.
No point trying to save it just for this one weapon anymore. Potency, damage.
What else we got?
All right, I'm trying to save it. I'm trying to save it. All right, I guess we're buying all these.
My money on cosmetics.
I was in 12th grade English. They rolled it onto a TV to watch the news. Curly wire phones mounted to the wall. Oh, God.
Gold to be mined.
Those were the days. But imagine, again, to sound really old here, like, growing up in a world with no internet. That sounds so impossible right now. You know, not being able to order things online, not being able to look up any sort of information for your schoolwork or just anything. Like, you didn't have... God. It's so crazy to think of a world without internet.
Yes, please.
So crazy. The internet has got to be like one of the biggest like inventions, or like along with electricity and things like that. The internet has got to just be one of those top 5 moments in the history of the world that has like changed everything. I did we had AOL, and we got the, you know, you would get the CDs mailed to you, and you would get your hours added onto your account. Let's just do the levels. These ones suck.
I've been dreaming of something.
Let's go damage. Reload.
Makes me want to be a better dwarf.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
You buck down.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Your hip, sir. One down.
I was 24 during 9/11 when the news broke. I packed my fatigues. Oh no. And assumed that I'd be out of the sandpit a week later.
Eat blood. I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
That was probably a good assumption. Here's a piece of gear. Oh no! See, look. Okay.
Think you could kill me? Well, think.
That was literally me looking at chat when I almost died there. That was literally me looking at chat as I walk right into the bosses. Alright, let's go. Oh my god, could you imagine dying again? That was literally me looking at chat as I walk into the bosses and literally almost kill myself right there. Holy cow. As we're just absolutely destroying this entire run, and then I just walk into a row of bosses and kill myself. That would be absolutely miserable.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
How do you play with the first mod of Gunner that only shoots in front of him? I don't use that weapon. If I'm playing, so you're talking about the weapon specialist. If you want to play the weapon specialist as he's meant to be played, then I would run, you would run the minigun, and then I would run the fire burst and the Nux 17, get those to insanely high fire rates, and that's what I would do with that one. That's probably the best way. And then maybe get like the tactical lead burster, you know, run those 4 weapons, and then you're shooting out tons and tons and tons of projectiles. And then you're triggering that ability a lot. But I don't think that's like a super strong build. So if you're trying to just win with that character, I would just pick the Thunderhead. I would just pick the Thunderhead, and
Gonna roll the dice on this
the
one.
Thunderhead and the Hurricane rocket launcher.
This, nothing for me here.
But yeah, if you're trying to play it as that class is intended to be played, then pick up those other two weapons that have a huge magazine size and a large,
Gonna roll the dice on
a big
this
fire rate.
one. Give it to me.
Okay, that's it. Oh, I should have bought a heal. Okay, I definitely need to get some heals here. Let's go find some red sugar. Because I almost got myself killed. Alright, hold on. Let me catch up here. We took our free hours from Blockbuster Friday night. Man, that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to remember the most is after, like, elementary school. This would happen every Friday after elementary school. My mom would pick me up. We would go to Blockbuster or one of the other, you know, local video stores, pick out some games, and then we'd go to McDonald's. That's like a core childhood memory right there. It's just every Friday, that's what would happen. Mom picks me up from school, and then we go to the store, rent a couple games, rent a couple movies, and then hit up McDonald's. Like, definitely a core childhood memory right now. And then, yeah, crafting away messages. Yeah, just trying to make like the coolest or funniest away message on your AOL Instant Messenger.
Your own fault for being full of
MySpace came a little bit later. MySpace, I think, was maybe my freshman year in college, but MySpace was a thing too where you would craft like you would design your page, pick what music you wanted to go to it when people visited your page. But that was a little bit later, not quite childhood, but MySpace was a thing. Back when MD still fried their apple. God, I haven't had an apple pie in forever, and that's probably why. They're just not good anymore. Core memory when my parents rented an N64 for my birthday and played Wave Racer was insanely good. I remember the same scenario, but we rented a PlayStation. So same kind of situation, but I remember renting a PlayStation and I played Breath of Fire. I don't remember what Breath of Fire, but I remember renting that and playing Breath of Fire. It was probably like Breath of Fire 3, like somewhere around there, by the time it was on PlayStation.
big and it's dangerous.
Man, they keep getting off their little heals. It's super annoying. This is doing really good damage though, even though it's a little hard to kind of target them.
Just the upgrade I was
There we go. All right, well there we go. That was Wave Cooker. That's all I mean, Wave Cooker. Wave Cooker so much better. So much better than Cryo Cannon. Man, that was a level 51 Wave Cooker. That was great. I owned the N64, rented Zero G Racing so much, my parents just bought it. Nice. Remember my dad bringing home Commodore 64. I love that thing. I thought it was so cool to have my own Blockbuster. Yeah, so like you could walk to Blockbuster and then just go rent your own stuff or ride your bike there. All right, so obviously, okay, so that was some insane fire damage. I wish we could actually, it's okay. So damage wise here, 6.166 million just straight up, but we did 12 million stacks. But I wonder if those stacks include freezing. Does it like include freezing and fire? Is that why it's so high? Because, you know, we turned it into a cold weapon, so I wonder if that includes like cold stacks. But either way, 203 million fire damage. All of these were fire weapons, but yeah, I mean, that was a wave cooker run. That weapon carried. Renting games from Blockbuster was the best. Parents go for videos while you would read all the game boxes and choose what to play. Back when parents didn't get CPS called on for oh man, like yeah, my kids, we let them go outside. Obviously, like, we let them go outside and play, but it's so different now because there's no other kids outside playing anymore. I mean, man, we sound like a bunch of old get off my lawn type people, but yeah, like, there's no more. I can't remember the last time I was driving my car through the neighborhood and I had to stop or slow down because a bunch of kids were playing football or baseball in the street, you know, and you're just like, okay, or like kids are yelling car, and then all the kids run out onto the sidewalk and, you know, you drive by them and all the kids are just staring at you, like waiting for you to drive by so they can continue their game. That does not happen anymore. It does not happen anymore. There's some kids like in the neighborhood we live in, but it's, you know, it's just not the same. Like the kids they're just not outside playing anymore. We are old. I mean, exactly. We are old. It's crazy to think about. My parents used to give me 10 marks and told me to get lost. That's exactly how it was. I would go out on my bike or put on my rollerblades. And then, yep, you come back when the street lights turn on. That's how it was, and it's definitely not the same anymore. Kids just don't play outside. It's so weird. I cannot remember the last time I saw kids in the street, like I said, playing football, because we used to do that all the time. There'd be like 15 or 20 of us in the neighborhood. You all go run to each other's house, knock on the door. Hey, can little Timmy come out and play football? And then Timmy would come running out. And then, like, every once in a while, someone would yell, Timmy, it's time for dinner. And then Timmy would have to go run home. And then you would have to play 5-on-4 football. And then Timmy comes back out. And you're like, yeah, Timmy's back. Like, oh, man, those were the days. Those were the days. But that's going to be it. We're gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna go shower, get the kids ready for bed, get ready for bed myself as I'm old and tired. So thank you so much everybody for watching. Thank you for I wish I could see all the names pop up, but thank you for the donations. Thank you for a couple people signed up for the members. Thank you so much for that. Any support is definitely super appreciated. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I have, again, there's a couple of videos coming out tomorrow. I think it's both Deep Rock Galactic Survivor stuff. And I'll be back again. I don't know exactly when I'll be back. I'll be back sometime this weekend. But I might try to fit in another one during the week. But I think I kind of like the idea of our next stream being a challenge run, where people just give me challenges, you know, like left pick only, no leveling up weapons, global upgrades only, that kind of stuff. So I think we'll maybe do that kind of stuff the next stream. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Super appreciate it. I'll be back some other time. So thanks again. Have a good night.